So welcome to the official Project Self Challenge group. So I wanted to take a second and just welcome you to the group, get you set up before we start on Monday. So I'm going to take a second in this video to share how to get access to your workouts, to show exactly what this group, how the interaction of things are going to work, what my role with you and your role with the other girls in the group are going to be, how I'm going to help support you through this journey, some nutrition stuff, how to get recipes, and really help you to goal set so that you feel successful at the end of these 3 weeks. And this is just kind of a jumpstart for a new way of like living your life. So before you even get started, I'm going to ask that you get some kind of, yes, Evelyn, some kind of journal. It can be online on your phone, or it can be just on a notebook. I really suggest getting a notebook. And before we get started, I want you to take 10 minutes, 15 minutes this weekend, sit down in a quiet place, grab a cup of coffee by yourself, and just think about your life. Just reflect a little bit and think about where you're at in your life, what things you're excited about, what things you're proud about, and why you decided to do this group. Like, what is it that you want to achieve through this? And I don't want you to just jump to fitness or to nutrition or, what's wrong with your parenting or organization. I want you to just think about why you love yourself and what blessings have been given to you in your life and things that you want to grow because you love where you're at and you love who you are, but you want to enhance those because of that, like self-love first. And so just take a second and write down what your goals are, okay? And then from there, I also want you to write down where you're at right now. Where are you emotionally with food? What's your relationship with food like? Write down the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. Where are you at with your view of fitness? Where are you at with your relationship with your kids, with your spouse, just with life, mindset, motivation? Just dump it all on a piece of paper. We're going to be tracking and looking back on these every few weeks. And it's amazing. A lot of people spend time tracking their weight and their inches, and we'll do that. But this mindset is the key to everything. And trust me, I've been doing this for over 7 years now. And as I've watched girls go through my groups before, the ones that last and actually see success long term and the girls that fall off, it all comes back down to the mindset of things. So I really want to build on that foundation. So take time and do that. And then you will take your measurements and you will do that because we will look at that, but that is not going to be the focus of everything. I also want you to keep track of how you feel. How is your life? Are you stressed? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you? Are you stressed or are you feeling really peaceful about your life? And that's going to be tied to your parenting, tied to your marriage, tied to your job, tied to how you view yourself. Really think about that and reflect as we go along the way. Okay, next thing is everyone's going to be added to a group on this thing called the Challenge Tracker app. This is a really cool app off of Facebook where you get to log your workouts, where you can log your superfoods, where you can log just your life. It's like a Facebook group news feed, but it's off of Facebook and you get to log and track your nutrition and fitness along the way. And I actually have a coach portal online where I can see who's logged workouts in their Shakeology and who's posting and engaged in the group and really, trying to do this and succeed with this. So it's called the Challenge Tracker app, so go ahead and download that. And I'm going to be sending you an email through the email address that's whatever is attached to your Beachbody account. It's the one that you also log into Beachbody On Demand with. And you're going to get an invitation to join the group. Once you get into the group, there is a welcome post. I want you to take a second and say hi. Share a little bit about yourself, your story, what your goals are in this group, and then take some time to comment on each other's posts, because this community works really well when you guys help hold each other accountable. We hold ourselves kind of accountable for a few weeks till it gets, not new anymore. And I'm going to be there to hold you accountable. But there's something about meeting other people that are starting right where you're at, that are struggling with the exact same things that you're struggling with, like peer support, that makes this so amazing. And there's two things that happen. If you start supporting other people, you want to do better yourself too. And if you receive support from other people, you're like, shoot, I want to support them. So really this community thing is super important. So as much as you can, really to be a part of encouraging other people, and that will encourage you to be better. That's why I'm a coach. Like that's why I have had such success having good mindset and having, how I've grown as a person is because I put myself in this platform and said, I'm going to take on this role to coach other people. And as a result, it's helped me in my own life too. So I'm excited about that. So I will be adding you to that group. The next thing is how to set up your workouts, how to find this, how to get a good program and plan going for this. So you can do this on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer. If you have Google Chromecast, Fire Stick, Amazon, Roku, or an Apple TV, there's different ways that you can actually access this. I will post that information if you need help setting it up within our group once everybody's in there. But I'm going to show you from the computer version. So there's two choices. Number one, my main recommendation is to find a program, do the calendar that comes with it, and I'll show you how to find that, and then do your workout every single day. Obviously, you might miss a day, and that's totally fine, but make it the goal to complete a program. If you just want to start with 3 workouts a week because that's all you can do, or you're doing your own kind of fitness and you just wanted something to supplement at home, that's totally fine. I'll show you just different things, but the biggest thing is to have a plan. Don't just say, oh, I wonder if I'm going to work out today. Like, pick something and every week say, this is what my schedule is for the week. And again, if you mess up, that's totally fine. There's no such thing as messing up, okay? But just kind of have a plan going in. Then the last thing I want to show you is the Pinterest boards that I'm going to add you to, how to access that. And I'm going to talk more about meal planning and meal prepping and all that stuff later. I want to just make this food easy for you. So I wanted to show you these Pinterest boards and some other places where you can find recipes. Okay, so let me do a quick screen share here. Okay, so this is where this is Beachbody On Demand. This is actually the recipes category, which is really cool. If you go to this just under the recipes tool, they have tons of yummy recipes that you can play around with. They also have a recipe and cooking show on here. If you're not super into cooking and it's a newer thing for you, there's something called Fixate, and this is a cool show that you can kind of play around with. They have a whole cookbook that you can download, but they have all, like, they even have like Halloween recipes. These are all like short little videos that show you how to do the recipe. And then under program materials, they have the entire Fixate recipes. You can print them. They have grocery lists, and it's like a cookbook, which is really neat. And then another thing they have are just different steps for meal planning, different things like how to raid your pantry and how to clean it out. So it's a really neat thing. But then as far as the workouts go, if you go to Beachbody On Demand, some of my favorite ones to check out first, 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme. These are really cool. These are 30-minute workouts. There's cardio days, upper body, lower body. Very great for new people starting off or just people who want to have a variety of things. The trainer is so excellent at checking your form, and there's modifiers that are advanced and lower that you can follow, and they even have bonus workouts on here that are really neat. PiYo is one of my absolute favorites. It's Pilates and a yoga mix together. You're not just doing yoga holds, but you're moving through things. Great music. The lady is so encouraging and loving, and I always just feel like a smile on my face when I do this workout. Yoga. This is if you've never done yoga, but you want to get good at yoga. It's a 3-week yoga thing that kind of progressively works you through it. Really neat. Shift Shop, I love this guy. He's so sweet. Full body kind of stuff. There's some weight training and cardio days. It's a 3-week program. T25, they have couple different calendars. It can be cardio and weights, only 25-minute workouts. Core de Force, kickboxing, mixed martial arts kind of stuff. P90X3 is kind of an older one. It's not my favorite. It's fine. Size. If you want to dance and you like hip hop but you want to learn moves that are technical and like the music's awesome and the people in the dance, like, they're cool. They're wearing cool clothes. Like, it's a really fun, upbeat thing. Sean Week is a week-long program. You could technically do this 3 weeks in a row. Country Heat is another dance one. This is my go-to, especially like if I'm tired and I just want to move but not go crazy. I love this routine. This is more for HIIT training. Max 30s are really fun. You kind of compete against yourself. Love it. So you can play around with some of these other ones. This one is a 22-minute kind of like boot camp style workout, which I really enjoy. And then if you really want to crush yourself and kill yourself, all these insanities ones. And then Turbo Fire is more like a turbo kick, turbo jam kind of upbeat, fun music, punching, kicking, jumping, cardio kind of workout, which I really enjoy. So you can kind of play around with all of these. The biggest thing too, when you're looking at these as far as like a calendar goes, if you click on here, and they're all going to be just a little bit different, and you go to program materials, then you go down to workout calendar. It'll give you a calendar, and I just always suggest to start on month 1, whatever it is. You can also start month 1 here if you want more strength building versus this one is just more simple. You do whatever you want. It's fine. Start on Monday, and then you work your way through. There's always a rest day, and you can always shift the calendar to match your schedule a little bit better. So all of those have those kind of things as far as calendars go. And it's just a really fun thing to do. So I suggest this weekend, try some of the workouts. Try the workouts from the different programs and see what you think. If you don't want to do a full program, what I would suggest is that you do a cardio day and some kind of legs day and an arms day. If you just want to work 3 days a week, whether it's weight training or not, just try to do that. And if you want help putting together a program, you can let me know on that. But I really do suggest if you even wanted to like say, oh, I'm going to do the PIO program, but I'm only going to do it 4 days a week, and you just rotate through the calendar, and you wouldn't stick to like, hey, Monday is this workout, but you just, every time you work out, you go to the calendar and see what day comes next. You could do something like that. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you really quickly is the Pinterest boards. So these are, oops, let me hop back on Pinterest. So these are my personal private Pinterest boards I've only made for girls who are doing my Project Self group. And this is something that I update these all the time. So you're getting new recipes. I've tried all of these. I've got dinner, crock pot, breakfast, lunch, anything like that, dessert ideas. And basically when you go here, if you go and check, there's all these yummy recipes. They're not super crazy or challenging. And what I've done just to make my Pinterest life easier, I never used Pinterest before. I created a board called This Week. And what I do when I want to go meal planning is I just add my dinner recipes for the week and I just pin them to here, and I'll go and I'll click on my recipe. I'll write down all the ingredients that I need for it. And then my dinners are my leftovers for lunches. And then every week as I finish a meal, I just go here and I delete it off my board. And that way it's a simple place to keep my recipes so I don't end up losing them throughout the week. Last thing is, as far as your nutrition stuff goes, your Shakeology, when that comes in the mail, my favorite way to just start with it is I do some kind of milk. I personally like almond milk. So I'll do like a cup of almond milk, and then I will do a big handful of spinach, or a green container full of spinach, or a green container and a half of spinach. You cannot taste it. I really like the consistency that it gives it. A spoonful of nut butter, whether it's almond butter or peanut butter. And then I sometimes add a half of a banana just for the creaminess and a little bit of sweetness to it. And then that's kind of my baseline for any of the flavors. If you have vanilla, I like to add cinnamon to it, maybe cinnamon and a little bit of vanilla extract, or cinnamon and a little bit of almond extract is really yummy. Sometimes I'll add a cup of, or half a cup of cold coffee to mine. But those are my kind of baseline things. So the milk, the spinach, the nut butter. And then if you want half a frozen banana or half a banana in there too. And then ice, and then you blend it. The longer that you blend it, the more creamier that it gets. And remember, this again is not about being a meal replacement, although I do have it first thing in the morning. So it ends up kind of being a breakfast for me. I then eat after that. It's not a protein shake. It's not attached to your workouts whatsoever. But what I really encourage you guys to go do is to look at the ingredients and go do some research. Like, what are you actually eating? And it's a really cool thing just to look at what, like, we don't spend a lot of time doing preventative health. And the cool thing about Shakeology is you're giving yourself roots and superfoods and vitamins and minerals that are coming from plants that we just don't have access to in the United States, from around the world, that have been used in traditional medicine for years and years and years. And you're putting that in your body, and it's so cool. Like, we spend so much time putting coffee into our body and putting energy drinks into our body and putting sugar into your body. But what happens when you give your body like really good food? It's amazing how your digestive system will change, your hair, skin, and your nails will change. Your stomach will change. All of these kind of things over time change because you're giving yourself food to help all of the things you have problems with, rather than fixing the problem with coffee and energy drinks. So the last thing I want to show you guys really quickly, if you're a nerd at all like me, the guy who created Shakeology is actually a superfood hunter. And he basically goes around the world as a living and like looking at plants. Yes, Evelyn, plants and roots and vegetables and oops. And so let me just show you guys really quickly. This is the guy who helped create it, and he has an amazing blog, and he goes around the world and looks for plants, and it's just a cool thing. So go check out his blog. It's called Super Life Hunting for Health. They don't even really mention Shakeology a lot on here, but it's so neat to watch him and the process that he goes through to do this. So really kind of a cool thing. I highly suggest checking his page out. It's called superlife.com, and just, yeah, to know about your food and to fall in love with eating and all of this kind of stuff. So anyways, message me if you guys have any other questions. I'm so excited to get started on this group with you. I'll be pouring more stuff into the group over the next few days, and that's about it. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.